Hey y'all, so here's the update. Tomorrow, the 23rd, blah, 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 July, July 23rd is the big day. My surgery, I'm supposed to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning, which is really nice because previous surgeries I had to be there so early, it was literally still dark outside. So this is a pleasant change. I've done all the chores I'm supposed to do. Well, almost all the chores. I do have to get a bunch of snacks so that I can take my medication. I also found out why I only get a week's worth of the real medicine, like the heavy duty stuff, because insurance will only cover a week at a time. So when I talked to the nurse about it today, because multiple people call you and they want to make sure everything is good and there's no complications with you with anesthesia in the past, and what are you allergic to, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Um, so I asked her, I said, this is the second surgery on the same foot, and 1 week's worth of heavy duty meds is not gonna cut it. So is there a possibility to get, more than a week? She said, what you can do, she said, with the doctor that you have, he will be more than happy to give you additional medicine, heavy duty meds after that. She said, um, when you're almost out, like you have a few more doses left, go ahead and give us a call and we will make sure that you get additional medication. Just, don't run out. Just you have a few more days left, then you give us a call and we'll renew it for you. I said, okay, good. I was really concerned about that. Like I said, 1 week is just it's not gonna get it. Okay. My foot's gonna be screaming like, "What did you just do to me?" For the second time, it's gonna be really mad. So, and this is more extensive work that's being done. So my foot's, yeah, I definitely have to have something powerful. I've talked to a few people about this. They're not embarrassed to talk about it, which is really nice. Um, you have to have Miralax. That's the best thing to have if you're taking heavy duty oxycodone or any type of opioids. You need to be on a heavy duty medicine like Miralax over the counter. You can get it in powder form. It comes in a plastic bottle and you mix it. I got the one that doesn't have a flavor, it's unflavored. And you just mix it in with your favorite drink, non alcoholic drink, okay? Mix it in with your drink. It'll tell you how many doses you should do per day. I think you only do one dose. I'm not sure. I don't remember what the bottle says. But I've talked to people who have been on heavy duty medicines and they didn't go to the bathroom for like a week or two. And Miralax is going to help you with that. The doctor gives you stool softeners, but they don't really do a whole lot, right? So they told me after I was having problems back when I had surgery, oh, you need to be on Miralax. Well, that would have been nice to know before you start suffering. You know what I mean? So anyway, I got the unflavored kind. You mix it in with whatever drink is your favorite drink, and you don't even taste it. The one I have, you don't taste it. It's unflavored. So that's good. But that's really crucial when you're taking these. I don't know why they're so I don't know if they dry out your intestines. I'm not really sure why you have problems, but you do. If you don't stay on top of it, you're going to be a very miserable person. That's all I can tell you. Okay? Take my heed. So yeah, being there at 9 in the morning is like totally awesome. And now I just have to get I've done every chore, like all my chores. I've done laundry, cleaned up around the house and stuff like that. And I'm gonna have to dump my milk because I don't want it to go bad while I'm gone, because I'll be gone for like a week or two from my house. I'm staying with a friend who can help me recuperate. So I'm gonna have to pour my milk out. Let's see, because his refrigerator doesn't work very well, which sucks, but he's, yeah, hard-headed. Anyway, so I have to get snacks. Once I get snacks, I'm good to go. And that's all I really need to do is get snacks so that I'm able to have those to take with my medication. And after that, it's just pretty much a waiting game. I have a really super lightweight, airy dress on today, and I think I'll wear it tomorrow because it's super comfortable. It's gauze, it's made of gauze, and it's super airy and super comfortable. We've been in a nasty, very nasty heat wave here in Missouri. It was 89 and it felt like 99. So I think I'll wear this tomorrow because it's light and airy and comfortable and breathable and all that good stuff. And I need all the comfort I could get. I did get a pillow. It's called King Pavanini or something like that. Excuse me. And it's a elevated thingy for your leg, specifically for your leg. Now, if you use big fat pillows like what you put on your couch, eventually they sink down and they're not as fluffy anymore. This is specifically designed for your leg to go in, so I'm happy about that. And you have to, people said when you take it out of the box, let it air out. It's got to fluff up, so that's cool. I'll do that. In fact, I'll fluff it up tonight. Let it completely, because they've got it like vacuum sealed, so it has to do, it's got to fluff itself out. And I'll have that done. And the nurse was super nice, super sweet. Couple of people called today from the hospital just to make sure that, everything, we're all good to go. They gave me a phone number to call the OR in case I'm late for some reason. You got stuck in traffic or you just had an issue and you're going to run late. You can call them directly and let them know. And that's pretty much it. It's just a waiting game at this point. Once I grab my snacks, because that's the last of my chores. Once I do that, it's a waiting game. Well, kind of the last of my chores, because I'm going to wash this dress again so I can wear it tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Someone's babysitting Milo, which is really nice. I miss him already. I've never, ever allowed him to stay with anyone other than myself or my other friend. Well, he's staying with someone different today, and, for the next couple of days. And I feel sad already because I told him, the guy that's watching him, I said, man, I miss him already because usually he's in here getting on my nerves. Not if I wear him out. Like, if he's had plenty of exercise, then he's good to go. He'll rest the rest of the day for the most part. He'll have spurts of energy later and, and then he'll go to bed or whatever. But it was kind of sad, and I kept telling him, he's sitting in my other friend's car, and I kept saying, I love you, you be good, I don't want no bad reports, you hear me? So, yeah. I've always done this since he was young. I do the sign of I love you in sign language, and then I do it with my hand, and then I put it to my heart. So I did that. That's our thing. So I was like, I did it with my hand. I said, I love you. Put it to my heart, he's my baby. He can be a handful. He drives me crazy, but he's got my heart. I mean, there's just no two ways around it. I've got a special connection with him that's indescribable. But I feel sad. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little bit sad, but the guy that is watching him is totally super responsible and head over heels in love with him. And he said, I'm gonna kidnap him. I'm gonna take him to Canada. I said, oh, believe me, you'll return him. Once he starts making you pull your hair out at the roots, you'll return him. Trust me. But anyway, you guys take care. I know I'll be freaked out before I go into the OR. I'm not going to sit here and brag, okay? I know for a fact that I'll be probably freaked out before I go in there, but because I always am. It's inevitable, they're going to inflict pain on you and the whole bit, okay? It's inevitable. But it's got to be done and repaired correctly where it can't undo what the doctor did. We're doing heavy duty. I don't know what he's going to do about the refusal of the bone to unite with the other bone unless he goes in there and sees that it's trying to heal on its own. That would be perfect. That would be ideal. I've been very meticulous about taking my vitamins every single day, trying to give my body the ability to heal on its own. So, you know, he won't know, obviously, until he gets inside there if he has to do any type of intervention to get the bone to heal. And like I said before, he's going to take out the prongs or the staples. He's going to remove those, and he's going to put screws in, which is what we agreed to initially, and then he changed his mind. But besides the point, we are past that now. We got to move forward. One of the prongs from the staple is going to remain in the bone forever because it's going to cause too much damage to take it out. So it has to stay in there always. And I will have metal hardware in there forever. And that's just the way it is. So that's pretty much it. I'll be higher than a kite and resting as much as I can, taking my meds on time, putting the alarms on my phone when I'm due for new medication. I take that very seriously because there's times I've overslept in the past, and believe me, I've not done that again. Okay? You have to stay on top of your medication and take it every 4 hours, 6 hours, however often you're supposed to take it, because if you don't, now the medicine has to work twice as hard to get you relief, and you're going to suffer until the pain meds kick in. I don't play that game no more. No more. So I love you guys. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, let me know. By the way, the surgery is a bunionectomy. That is what happened before. There were complications with it, so I'm having another surgery tomorrow to do some heavy duty repair work, and that's what the surgery is for. If you have any questions, by all means, let me know. I love you guys, and thank you for listening. Bye.